welcome to this video. I'm going to speak to you a bit more about how you can build your biceps without using any weights whatsoever. So the biceps typically consist of two heads, that's why it's called the bicep, and with weights you can isolate these heads a bit better than with bodyweight training. And you might be thinking, well, am I not supposed to be an advocate of bodyweight training? I'm the calisthenics coach, I'm supposed to say that bodyweight training is the best. In general, yes, it is the best, or in my opinion it's the best. So before I even get started with this video, I do want to say that with the gym you can isolate each head of the bicep a bit better because you can use different handles, etc. And because calisthenics is a bit of a bare bones way to exercise, you kind of just have a bar and you're kind of stuck with that. Doesn't mean that you can't build your biceps. So you can build a lot of bicep size with calisthenics, and only under the circumstances that you are a bodybuilder competing on a stage would I recommend that you go and hit the gym and try to really carve out those details on your biceps. But for most people who just want to build bicep size, you can build a lot of bicep size, and I'm going to show you the first exercise to do that, which is the chin up. So a common misconception is that pull-ups, where you grab the bar like this, is the same thing as chin-ups. Now, to people who are into fitness, they will know that there's a big difference between them, and I'm going to explain that to you now. So a pull-up is basically a wide grip, overhand grip, where your knuckles are facing directly upwards, or the inside of your hand is facing away from you. You can't see it, so you can only see your knuckles basically. Whereas a chin-up, your hands would be this way, where your knuckles are away from you and you can see the inside of your hand. This is a key detail because anytime you take a grip like this, which is called pronation, your knuckles are going to be facing towards you in this grip, right? So this is going to work your back, your lats, and your forearms more than your biceps. But as soon as you put your hands in like this, your biceps are going to be emphasized. Why? The reason for this is because the anatomy of the bicep, or the role of the bicep, is to actually twist the wrist as well as bringing it up towards the shoulder. So one of the functions of the bicep is to bring your wrist towards your shoulder, just like this. And another one is to actually twist the wrist like that. So you can do this right now. You can pause this video and test it out for yourself. Look at your bicep and just twist your wrist like this. So from this position, twist it like that. So bend your arm and just twist like this. You'll see how your bicep actually, not contracts, but you'll see it change on how it looks, it moves. So that's one of the key functions of the bicep. So it makes sense from a scientific perspective that we actually grab the bar like this and not like this. So for chin-ups, grab the bar like this, narrow grip as well. So your hands don't have to be touching, but they do have to be narrow, so inside your shoulder width. So wherever your shoulders are, put your hands inside that width. Now, another tip is try to keep your legs straight and keep your feet together. This is going to activate your core a bit more as well, and that's what calisthenics is all about. It's not just about isolating muscle groups, it's about using your core as well. A lot of advanced calisthenics athletes, they have an amazing level of core strength, and that's because a lot of the movements they do, they are activating their core as well. So I don't want you guys to start off with chin-ups and then just be kind of swinging up like this. That's obviously not going to use your core whatsoever, and in fact you might actually cause tendon injury in your bicep because you're kind of jerking yourself up, you're swinging yourself up, and that's going to put a lot of strain in your bicep tendon, which is not necessary. So a perfect rep would look something like this. As you can see, my legs are together, my head is above the bar, my hands are supinated, right? So pronation, supination, my hands are supinated and they're inside shoulder width. Therefore, I'm going to get a great bicep workout with the chin-ups. Let's go to the next exercise. Next one, we're going to do bodyweight bicep curl. So you want to find a bar that's horizontal, just like this. And bear in mind, the lower this bar is, the harder it's going to be. The higher it is, the easier it's going to be. And more or less what we're going to do is put our feet fully extended, so fully straight, out in front of us. We're going to grab the bar similar to how we grabbed it in the chin-up. So, but this one you're going to go a little bit wider. So go around shoulder width, supinated, so knuckles facing away from you and you can't see bring our forehead to the bar, and we're going to come back out again. Bringing your forehead to the bar is a key detail because this will allow your bicep to be maximally contracted. If you row, so I'm going to show you maybe a common mistake that people do. They'll do a row instead of a curl, and that's going to work your back instead. So let me show you how some people might do this incorrectly. So they might grab the bar like this, and instead of curling, they'll row just like that. So as you can see, I pull myself straight up. You don't want to do that. You want to put yourself in a diagonal line. So this will be more of a bicep, which is what we're trying to do in this video, just like this. And then this would be more of a back. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you can see the difference. If you need to, go back and watch that again. But more or less, you do not want to pull straight up and bring your chest to the bar. You want to kind of pull diagonally and bring your forehead to the bar. And that's a bodyweight bicep curl. Okay guys, so this is the third and final exercise. This will actually require a resistance band. So these are not that expensive, but they really do help you with your calisthenics training. You can do skills with them. I already made a video about bands if you want to watch that one. But let's keep to the topic of this video, which is how to build your biceps. So in the gym, when you're doing your weights, that weight is called the absolute weight, which means that that weight does not change at any point in time. Once you grab that 10 kg, 20 kg or 30 pounds, 40 pound weight, whatever it is, that weight is going to stay the same pretty much. Now, that is common sense, but with reference to resistance bands, it's an important detail to know because the resistance band is a different form of resistance. It's a form of accommodating resistance. This means that the band gets heavier and lighter throughout the movement, which is not the same as weights. So what's the benefit of this? Well, the benefit of this is that as you contract or as you bring the band higher, the bicep's going to contract more than at the bottom. Now with the weights, it does get harder at certain points, but the weight is the same. With the band, the fact that it stretches more at the top than at the bottom means that the bicep is just going to contract even harder than ever before. So here, the bicep will be resting, we bring the band up, now the bicep is fully contracting and the band is actually trying to drag your arms down. So a really good way to utilize these bands is to do curls just like this, but really control the descent. Try to think about letting the band drag your arm down while you're fighting against it. Don't just go up and then bring the band down. This is completely different from weights. Using the band has this kind of benefit that you have to kind of expose or use to your advantage. So when you pull the band up, you can even put your fingers out like this. This is one technique that is really good. As you can see, my hand is open, so you can feel your biceps a bit more. Bring the band up, and you're going to feel this a lot. If you try this out, it's a really good technique. Because the difference is with weights, when you grab them like that, you kind of grab it with a strong fist, and that activates your forearms a lot. But if you want to just isolate your biceps, open your hand up like this, and this is something you can't do with weights because the weight is just going to roll out of your hand. So you open your hand up like this, bring the band up, and slowly, 3 to 5 seconds. One, pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's another benefit of the band. Yeah, basically it's accommodating resistance, and you can really get a good mind to muscle connection with them. And that pretty much sums up this video. Those are 3 exercises that you can use to build those biceps with bodyweight training or basically without weights. So give them a go, guys. And if you're not seeing any bicep growth and you're in the gym, then I hope this video helped, because doing new things is going to stimulate new growth, and the worst thing is to just keep repeating the same actions expecting a different end result. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.